Hi, this is Kara Ka-Pow, and I'm with Cosplay Underground, just interviewing everybody at Otafest in Calgary, and I'm here with Brooklyn and Charlotte. How are you ladies doing today?
We're doing pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
And who are you cosplaying as?
I'm cosplaying as Princess Peach.
And I'm Judar from Magi.
And why did you choose those characters to cosplay?
I actually had to model this dress because this was Charlotte's year-end project for school. There's actually a cosplay class there. I was pretty reluctant because I'm a pretty punk person. I have a mohawk under here. But then after wearing it, I was like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing ever. I'm like a pretty princess. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question in a moment, but seriously, your school has cosplay?
It's a new class that started last year.
That's amazing. Okay, so why did you choose the character that you're cosplaying?
Frankly, I think Judar is kind of a badass, and I like being a badass. It's kind of fun.
Okay, so who made your costume for you?
She actually made it.
And you made your own costume?
I make all the costumes we both wear.
Okay. And what all did you use to make your costumes?
This one is mostly made out of craft foam from the dollar store. This has wire and foam, and then this is my mom's dance belt because she does belly dance classes. And this one is all fabric from Fabricland. It was on for sale because it's all Halloween fabric, and it was about $50 just to make this costume.
That's pretty good. And how long did it take you to make both of the costumes?
Honestly, way too long, but hers was about 15 hours, give or take, and this one, maybe 8. Not nearly as much. This definitely took longer.
Wow. That's great. Okay, so we know that it sometimes happens, but have you had any negative experiences at convention or doing cosplay?
Not particularly, but one time there was this kind of little bit of a creepy dude came out on Sunday at the end. They probably just walked in without tickets and wanted to take pictures with pretty girls. You can usually tell because they drape their arm over your shoulder. It's like, okay, yep, that's an arm on my shoulder. Yep.
Not to mention they never wear deodorant.
Have you ever had any negatives?
Mostly traveling to and from cons, because at the con, it's usually okay. Like, it's not too bad. But you get random strangers coming up to you when you're traveling to a con, and it gets really creepy. Like, we were on our way to Calgary Expo, and we were sitting in a Tim Hortons because it was really early in the morning, and this guy just came and sat down at my table. And at this point, I was a high school student last year, right? And he sat down at the table, he's like, so what year of college are you in? How old are you? You know, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, dude, you're like 40. And I'm like giving Brooke the eye, like, come on.
I was over at the other end waiting for the coffee because like one of the machines was broken. So they were trying to get it fixed while I was waiting. And I was just kind of not really noticing.
That sort of thing happens to me all the time, though. And I was wearing Zelda, which is a big flowing dress and a top that goes up to here. Right. It's like not even a little bit sexy. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, regardless, cosplay doesn't mean consent.
Of course not.
Right. Never.
Yeah. So for the positives, how many positives and what sort of things have happened to you at cosplay that way?
One of my favorite things is when I'm walking and then someone recognizes me and they're like, Princess Peach, oh my god, you look awesome. Can I take a picture with you? It's just...
You made somebody happy. Okay, how about you?
Kind of the same thing, especially when it's little kids running up to you and they're like, oh my god, you're my favorite princess. And then they like jump hug you.
That's so cute. All right, so what is your favorite cosplay that you've ever done?
This one is probably my favorite. I just love the hoop skirt and being all swishy with it.
Very, very different than who you really are with the mohawk. Yeah.
I personally like my Princess Zelda. I've been working on it for like 4 years trying to improve it, so it's been getting better and better. Yeah.
All right, and if you were to talk to somebody who's never done cosplay before, what would you tell them?
Not to be afraid to just jump into it. It does take a while to get where you want to be, but it's definitely worth it.
You don't always have to use the most expensive materials. You can sometimes go to a thrift store and repurpose stuff. And your first cosplay is probably never going to be at the bar you expect it to be, but just keep going and it gets better. You get better at doing it.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.